So, Elon, I know you're watching. You like my channel more than Thunderfoot, don't you? Hmm? When are you going to start your own YouTube channel, Elon? Come on, contact me. I'll show you the ropes. I'll make you a skeptic. But all jokes aside, Elon is starting to post a lot of things that we have discussed here on YouTube for the last couple of years, and he's getting very interesting takes, and it's a good thing because he is reaching out to the moderate public. He's got a far bigger platform than I do, and he is able to get other people to think in the same manner that I do, which makes me very happy. So every day he's taking a new topic. This is my favorite. He points out how there is a disconnect between the authoritative critics and what the public audience considers. And I love the fact that he uses quotation on critics, because this is exactly what they are. If you think about it, there is absolutely no difference between a person from the audience and an authoritative critic. The authoritative critic isn't even an expert, and he doesn't go to film school in order to learn about movies and then he offers his criticism. No, the film critic is just a bloke like you and I, which happens to be hired by a mainstream publication. He just happens to work at a corporation like The Guardian, and this is why he's called authoritative. But in reality, there's no difference in knowledge between any average person from the audience and the critic. So, brilliant by putting critics in quotation. They do not seek to critique, but rather to virtue signal. They are out of touch with the people, and so they lose their credibility with the people. So, this is what I've been saying all along, and I am saying this because I actually knew people who used to be into social justice activism and then left. I knew people from liberal campuses. I even spoke with one university professor that was into gender studies. So I understand a lot better about how they think. And the way I can express the worldview of, I guess, even the most hardcore NPC, as the internet likes to call them, or marionette men, as they used to be called in the past, they are rational thinkers. I know this is a stutter. It baffles people. No, they are rational people. They do use their senses in order to understand the world. However, what they understand from the world isn't what's important. What's important is how will they be perceived by others. In other words, people like myself, and some may consider this a flaw, I will say what's on my mind, regardless if I upset people. Like, if I don't believe in something, I'll just flat out say it. And I have been in trouble a lot of times for doing this, for speaking my mind on a subject. And I may be wrong, right? But I'm willing to change my mind by having a discourse. The NPC or the marionette man, they do not operate on this level. They realize that, okay, I think this, but if I express what I'm thinking, I'll get in trouble with my peers. So I'll say the opposite of what I'm really thinking, just to make sure that there's harmony within the group. And this is why, if you happen to know someone that's into social justice, he will have a set of opinions when you talk with him in public, and another set of opinions when you talk with him in private. Sometimes they can contradict each other. But this explains why you have like all these people that there are entire accounts on Twitter dedicated with ousting them saying something like 2 years ago, and then another thing 2 years later completely contradicting themselves. For example, there was a famous blue check mark, which I saw a couple of months ago, a journalist, and he was saying that people who use Let's Go Brandon lack education because it's rude to curse the president. And then people dug up into his history, and he was saying F Trump on a daily basis. Why is he doing that? He's not saying what he believes. He is saying what he thinks it's popular. It was popular to say F Trump back then. It's popular amongst his peers to defend Joe Biden today. So that is how they think. And it's exactly the same with the authoritative critics. Like, they look at the movie and they wonder, like, what would my fellow critics think about this? So what is the appropriate thing to say, regardless if they're laughing? I'm willing to bet these 14% of people were laughing really hard at Ricky Gervais' jokes, just like they were laughing at Dave Chappelle's jokes. They found it hilarious. I'm willing to bet they were laughing to tears, but they can't express that sentiment because that is unpopular. So this is exactly what Elon Musk is saying. It's the virtue signal, right? It doesn't matter their actions, doesn't matter what they do. The only thing that matters is if they speak their speech. And of course, as always, when Elon Musk has a take, you're going to see people like, this image says otherwise. But my favorite is like, okay, Mr. World Richest Man, tell us about the common people. Again, like, this is the correct thing to say, right? This is the political correct thing to say. Like, he would never say this to AOC. Almost all Democrats that are in the U.S. Senate, they're millionaires. I mean, Joe Biden is a billionaire. Bernie Sanders is a billionaire. I mean, sure, they're not the world's richest man, but they're clearly above the common people. You will not hear a single person point this out. But when it's Elon Musk, they do. Why? Because he is saying something that is controversial. You're not allowed to say this, to point out. It's a war on noticing. You're not allowed to notice this. The Sleeping Giants, thank you, sir. Please take us on Mars in your spaceship to show us how to be in touch with the people. Right? Like, they're absolutely livid. They're upset because you're not supposed to notice. They're not supposed to inform the public on what is actively going on. They would rather not have these conversations happening at all. This is the entire left-leaning ideology. Silence. Okay? No dissent. No discussion, no debate, just keep quiet and we will tell you what to do. You get to see this ideology on almost every single progressive website. There is no comment section. All comment sections are disabled. They have disabilities. There used to be a time when CNN had the forum. There used to be a time when The Guardian had the forum. Not anymore. Because they are not interested in conversation and discussion. They're interested in preaching. Right? CNN tells you what to think, and then it doesn't matter if you think it or not, but you have to say it so that your friends know that you are a good person because you're parroting those particular talking points. And that is how liberal American ideology functions. Doesn't matter what you think, but it does matter what you say. Let me know what you guys think in the comments section, because believe it or not, I actually do care about your thoughts. And don't forget to tune in to This Week is Stupid. It's going to be very spicy. Apparently it got demonetized. I don't know what I did. But surely I did something bad. So tune in then, because it's going to be up, I think, like in 1 hour or so after uploading this video. And more importantly, I keep forgetting to shill, but I have to. If you like my channel, please do consider subscribing, leaving a comment. The YouTube algorithm is notoriously furious this time of year, so I notice a big drop in my in my viewers, and a lot of other YouTubers notice the same. It would help me out if you share my videos. Normally I shouldn't ask you to do this, but it's my only hope. So again, let me know what you guys think in the comment section. I'll see you on This Week in Stupid. Take care.